Hello everyone, myself Bhavsar, together with my groupmate Varad Bedre from Data Science Department. I am going to present my final year project titled Reddit Sentimental Radar. This project focuses on analyzing Reddit posts and comments to determine the emotional tone or sentiment of user and then converting that information into visual insights through a web-based interface. Let me begin by explaining the overall concept of this system before I go into the technical details. Reddit is the platform where user experience opinions freely, and these opinions contain valuable data. However, this data is unstructured and difficult to analyze manually. So this project automates the process by collecting Reddit data, cleaning it, analyzing the emotional content, and presenting the final result in an easy to understand dashboard. Now I will explain the structure and functionality of each important file in the project. So now we will be directed to the file datareader.py. This file is responsible for reading the dataset in a safe and structured way. It ensures that data is loaded properly even if there are format inconsistency or encoding issues. It handles missing values, ensures column consistency, and prevents the system from crashing due to malformed data. Without this model, the entire pipeline would be vulnerable to error caused by unreliable input. Now we will be directed towards the pre-processing modules. The preprocessing stage is handled mainly by multiple files such as preprocessed-dataset.py, fixed-dataset.py, and process-cvc.py. These scripts clear the raw text. They remove URLs, emojis, HTML tags, special characters, and irrelevant symbols. They also normalize capitalizing and spacing. This standardization step is crucial because sentiment analyzer perform more accurately when the text is clean and structured. The output from this stage is a refined dataset that is ready for sentimental evaluation. Now we will be directed towards the fixedanalyzer.py. This file performs the core sentiment analysis logic. It uses a sentimental analysis library that calculates multiple emotional metrics such as positive, negative, neural, and compound scores. The compound score is particularly important as it provides a final sentiment value that classifies text as positive, negative, or neutral. This classification is then applied as a new column in the dataset, enriching the raw data with emotional content. Now we will be directed towards app.py file. Now moving forward to the front-end integration, app.py acts as the Flask backend server. It creates the web routes that render different web pages. It reads the final analyzed data from the output CSV file and sends it to the HTML template. Through this, user can view graphical representations such as charts, sentimental summaries, and statistical insight. The Flask app ensures smooth communication between processed data and its visual display. Now we will understand more about the template and static folder. The template folder contains HTML files that define the structure of the dashboard. This template displays sentiment, statistics, tables, and graphical views. The static folder contains CSS styles, JavaScript files, and image assets that controls the look and interactivity of the dashboard. Together they produce a clean and responsive user interface. Some additional processing files such as processAllDataset.py and QuickAnalyze.py help in handling large datasets or performing rapid sentimental evaluation. They make the system more flexible and efficient by supporting batch processing and automated workflow for multiple Reddit datasets. Okay, so let us understand about the system workflow. The user uploads Reddit data. The data is cleaned and pre-processed. Sentiment analysis is performed. Results are stored. The Flask app visualizes the output. The systematic pipeline ensures accuracy, efficiency, and scalability. Some real-world importance. This project has real-world application in social media monitoring, brand analysis, opinion mining, political trend analysis, and customer feedback interpretation. Organizations can use it to understand how their products or policies are perceived by the public. So what is the conclusion of this? In conclusion, Reddit Sentimental Radar provides a smart and efficient solution for transforming large volumes of unstructured Reddit data into meaningful emotional insight. It combines data processing, natural language analysis, and web-based visualization into a single integrated platform. This project demonstrates the power of combining machine learning concept with practical web deployment to extract value from social media data. Okay, so now let me guide you through the interface of a project. So here we can see that there are two analysis mode. The first is live analysis and the second is pre-analyzed dataset. So in the live analysis, we make use of the Reddit API due to which we can track the real-time topic and the information about it. and the second is a pre-analyzed dataset in which we just scrapped the information directly from the Reddit. So here we can see that there are 4 datasets in it, that are AI in education, is GPT-4 replacing programmer, banned TikTok in US, and cryptography and blockchain. So let's just choose a cryptocurrency and blockchain concept, and you just need to click on the analyze dataset. After that, it will provide you a complete information regarding the emotions and the opinion of the person. So here we can see that there are overall 2000 comments which are analyzed for this process, and the time period is all time, and no sentimental violation are done for this. Here we can see that the overall sentiment towards cryptocurrency and blockchain is in positive, which is specifically 38.65%. Now here we can also see that there is a pie chart regarding that. So here we can see that the sentiments are positive, negative, neutral and total, in which the count of the positive statement is 773, which will approximate in the 38.65%. Then the second is the negative sentiment, and the count of the negative sentiment is 649 for the 32.45%. Then comes the neutral sentiment, and the count is 578 for 28.9%, and the total of all these three sentiments is 2000 comments, and the percentage is 100%. Here we can also see that there is a graph for sentimental timeline. So here are some key metrics and insights. So the total comments is 2000, and the positive to negative ratio is 1.19, and the time period is in the year 2025, and there are no sentimental violations. The sentimental analyzer for cryptography and blockchain is shown a somewhat positive reaction with 1.19x positive than negative comments that are spanned from 2025 to 2025. Here we can also see that there are some emotional distribution in a bar graph, like anger, which is approximately 38%, fear, which is close to 4%, joy, which leads to 35%, sadness for 4%, and surprise for 19%. Here we can also see that there are some keywords which are used for this comments, and if we just scroll down, we can also see that there are some sample comments which can lead some positive comments, some negative comments, and some neutral comments, due to which this specific chart is being shown. Okay, so now let us go through the live analysis mode. So here we just need to select a concept on which we want to talk about. So let us just consider a recent activity like a Delhi bomb blast which took place near the Red Fort. Here you just need to go to the analyze sentiment. It will just buffer for a couple of seconds, and then it will provide you a summary format as well as comments and a graph to represent the emotion which is shown by the people. Okay, so now we can see here that a result is obtained. Here we can see that there is a count of total 2429 comments, and the time period is all time, and no sentiment are violated. And we can see that the overall sentiment towards the Delhi bomb blast is in negative 45%. Here we can see a bar graph. Here we can see a pie chart as well as a bar graph, in which the positive count is 592, which will lead to 24.37%. A negative sentiment of count 1093 for a total of 45%. There is also neutral sentiment which a count of 744 for 30.63%, and a total of 2429 comments, which leads to 100%. We can also see a graph here. Here are some key metrics and insights where there is a total of 2429 comment. The positive to negative ratio is 0.54, and the time period is 2025. The sentimental analyzer for Delhi bomb blast shows a somewhat negative reaction with 1.85x more negative than positive comments. The data span is from year 2025 to 2025. Here you can also see that there are some frequently used keywords, and we can also see some positive comments, negative comments, and neutral comments. So thank you for allowing me to present this project in front of you.